Gentlelady from Vermont is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I thank the witnesses for being here. I wanted to just start by sort of level setting here. Where are we at right now in this country? It's not good. It's not good, and I can talk to the European guests here. My dad was born in Europe, came here after losing his father in the Holocaust, built a new life here, understands in the most deep way the importance of protecting our civil rights and civil liberties. And at a very young age, I was taught rights do not erode overnight. It happens little by little while you're not even sure that it's happening. Norms are upended, groups are scapegoated. And when I look, and I've spent time both in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and I've spent time in Chicago, and what we are seeing on the ground is absolutely terrifying. You have members of the clergy being pepperballed in the head while they are peacefully praying and protesting in front of immigration facilities. You have members of the press being arrested, other members of the press being roughed up even after they are identifying themselves as members of the press. You have election offices being raided. You have Americans' First Amendment, Second Amendment, and Fourth Amendment rights being eroded. You have citizens being arrested. And even before the murders of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, we had documented over 170 American citizens who had been arrested and detained by ICE and Border Patrol, and it's gotten worse since then. And when we talk about Chongli Scott Tao, who was arrested, Patty O'Keefe, Aaliyah Rahman, Sue Chincher, and we can go on and on. So we take this very seriously. And I understand that you care deeply about First Amendment rights, but the battle that we have right now, with all due respect, is not about what's happening in Europe. It's what's happening right here in our cities. And I'm just so shocked that in the last few days, too, we have a president now saying that we should nationalize our election in clear violation of our Constitution, and not hearing anything from members in this committee about that. It's shocking. Now, as I said, I've been to both Minneapolis and I've been to Chicago, and I've seen the violations of our civil Constitution and honestly, our humanitarian rights. And Mr. Mayel, I know I was able to meet with you there, and I just want to go through this again to reestablish what it is that Americans are allowed to do. Does the First Amendment give people a right to film federal immigration agents on our streets?
Yes, it does.
And does the First Amendment give people a right to tell their neighbors and others around them that ICE raids are happening?
You are allowed to alert other people and notify people of law enforcement activity, and particularly aggressive law enforcement activity.
Does the First Amendment still apply to apps or social media posts?
The First Amendment applies to everyone, however they choose to speak.
Because that's what we're here to talk about, right? So as my Republican colleagues have made clear today, they care deeply about First Amendment rights as it relates to online content. And big tech is actually at the center of this issue. The Trump administration has a two-part strategy right now, and both parts require big tech support. Number one, the first part is to censor what's online, force the companies to pull down the content showing what's really happening on American streets. And then part two is to craft a message that will recruit more agents, regardless of qualifications, who are willing to carry out atrocities on Americans. We know that Apple has removed apps dedicated to tracking ICE raids, apparently under government pressure. Meta has blocked apps seeking to identify government agents. These companies are folding under the pressure from this administration. The press has reported that both Google and Meta have taken millions of dollars from DHS to display content with clear connections to white nationalism. Since last summer, DHS has reportedly spent $500,000 on recruitment advertisements. Many of these have clear connections to white nationalist ideology, including phrases like, "We will have our home again." This is happening at the same time that DHS has lowered hiring standards. I have a letter, along with my colleague on this committee, Representative Jayapal, that we sent to Meta and Google demanding answers regarding the work with the Department of Homeland Security in recruiting immigration agents for Trump's assault on American cities. We're demanding that these companies provide us with answers to why they are choosing to platform this hatred, this scapegoating, and are complicit in what I believe is President Trump's authoritarian work. So the dangers are right here at home, and that's why we're speaking up in this committee, and I yield back.